Hello and welcome to the UVU CS3060 Lecture 0.6, where I go through and demonstrate how to download and expand assignments and give a short introduction on what those assignment files look like. So let's get started. A prerequisite for this particular video is to make sure you have an account on the classroom server and that you can log in successfully. Once you've logged in, you should notice that there are no files. I used the list files or ls command. I'm going to create a directory. I'm going to call this directory homework. Now, in the homework directory, this is where I'm going to put my tar files and expand all the different files that I'm going to use for the homework. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the assignments. Now, in the assignment, you'll find a link to the source tar file. This is always going to be named ASSN, the number of the assignment, .tar.gz. If you simply click on that link, it's going to bring you to the files section where you can download that particular file. So if I click on it and save that file, I should be able to go to WinSCP now and see that particular file in the right-hand side, or the left-hand side of the windows. This is my local copy that I've made. Now, if I take a look here, this is on the right-hand side is my remote, and there's the homework directory that I created. So I'm going to go ahead and change into that homework directory by double-clicking. You can see the path changes to show that I'm in the homework directory. Now I can go ahead and click once on the assignment file and choose Upload. And what this does is tells me, you sure you want to upload to this particular location? I'm going to choose OK. I could set this so that it doesn't show it again, but I like to see this before I upload. And there we are. Now the assignment tar file is on the remote server and is ready for me to use. So what we need to do now is go back to the remote server. We're going to make it so if I do ls again, you'll see the homework directory. Let's use the cd command to change directory into homework. And if I use ls to list files, there's the file I just recently uploaded. Now, tar files, there are several things you can do with a tar file. One of the things is you can list the content of the tar file. You'll use the tar program, and tar takes an operation that you want to perform on the tar file. In this case, it's going to be to list the files, or T stands for list the files. I have no idea, it's somebody else's mnemonics. You also need to include the Z option simply because it's a compressed tar file. The GZ indicates it's compressed. We use the F followed by the tar file name to indicate which tar file we want to list files for, and press enter. Now you can see the list of files that are inside that tar file. If I want to extract this tar file, I use X to extract. Still using the Z because it's compressed, and using F to specify the tar file. Now, normally Unix programs don't say very much, especially when they're successful. In this case, we have success, and if we take a look at the list of files using ls, we can now see, along with our tarball, we have a directory, ASSN1. Let's change into that directory and take a look at the files. And these are the files that will typically be in the assignment tarballs. You have, of course, the source code file. You have support files such as this numbers.txt, which you can use to actually test your program. We have this make file. The make file is used to create your binary from your source code. And we also have a test file. Please note that these test files only work successfully on the classroom server. There's a special script that is available to everybody on the class server that reads this file and tests your program. In each assignment, these source code files are the only file you need to modify. You don't need to modify any other file. So, using my favorite editor, Vim, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the source code. Now, the source code is fairly straightforward and very, very basic. It will generally only have the most fundamental parts, things that you don't need to worry about. You should always change your name and your UVID here so that when the assignment is submitted, when you submit this particular source code, I will know who it's from. You must have this comment with your name and your UVID to get any score on the assignment. If this comes with this data not modified, or the comment's missing or modified, then you will be given a 0 on the assignment. The rest of the assignment is your source code. You don't need to do anything much right now. We're just going to save it the way it is, or keep it the way it is. Actually, here. And then we're going to run make. Make performs a build of our source. And if I list files, you'll now see that there is a new file, this ASSN1 file. That's an executable. We're going to run it by doing /. In order to run programs that you build, you have to use /ASSN1. And there's the line that we said we wanted printed. We also have the ability to clean up our area by using the make clean operation. And what that does is it deletes the executable, so we can start out fresh. There are times whenever your executable just simply needs to be gotten rid of. That's the quickest way to do it. And finally, on the server, if I type make test, it's going to try to make this using the ASSN test Python file. It starts by complaining that it doesn't have a UVID and name inside this. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this and put my name and my UVID. All right, we'll save this, quit, run make again, it'll build it, and then run make test. And you can see I get much further at this time. Now that it has identified my user ID and or my name and UVID, it tries to test the program. For this particular assignment, I didn't do very well. I got a 0 out of 10, but that's simply because I don't have some of the fundamentals here. Almost every assignment is going to require a specification on assignment and name. And if you take a look at the assignment specifications, let's go back to that window. If you take a look at the assignment specifications, you'll notice down here during a run of the program that it has to start with the assignment and who the assignment is by. So let's go ahead and just give ourselves a few extra points by modifying the program so that it does that. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the source code. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of this nastiness here and say assignment 1 by John Jolly. I'm going to make it. I'm going to run make test. I I don't think it requires the... Here, let's go ahead and see. Sometimes I make mistakes as well. We'll just do that. Make. How about make? And make test. And now for each of the 3 tests, I was able to pass that first part of the test. Now, much more work needs to be done to finish this particular assignment, but I will leave that as an exercise for you. At this point, you should know how to download, expand, and work with the source code files that are necessary for each assignment. Thank you for your time.